Hello, great people. Are you there? Mind how you talk about people. You don't know where your help will come from. I've been watching Kemi Olunloyo every time Igbo this, Igbo that. Igbos are at my platform. They are attacking me. Why would they attack you? Maybe you said something wrong about them. And while I'm saying this, I'm talking about every other ethnicity. Mind how you run people down. Help can come from anywhere. I have seen where Yorubas rescued Igbo man who was about being lynched by a set of thugs who were Yorubas. It was a Yoruba elder that rescued him. If not, he would have been dead. Certain things are happening. And like I said in our previous videos, there are the good people and there are the bad people in every race and tribe and religion and ethnicity. So mind what you say. Say what you're sure of. This particular sister, Kemi Olunloyo, I've watched several of her videos and she has come under several attacks by our Igbo people because of what she says. And you know, she's like, some people would say she's a busybody on people's matter. But there was a time she was on Igbo people as if, she wouldn't give them any space. And they too, they are bound to a response. They will respond to you. Meanwhile, in a video she shared recently, she talked about, it's a personal video and it's just her own view, She said most of the help she has gotten, it was from Igbo people. She was sincere about it. And I'm using this opportunity to tell you that Igbo people many of them are nice people. You can get the bad ones, but there are many good people who can assist you out there. I think if people will start to consider God first, then humanity, love for one another, stop spreading negative things about others. As for me, I like justice. Do to Okeke what you do to Ogunlewi. Some of the times you see what we say here, our outbursts are as a result of injustice in Nigeria. Meanwhile, let me quickly take us to this video and we'll be right back.
3. There are things in life that we see and we do, and sometimes we want to question how those things happen. But let me say this. Why is it that it's always Igbo people that actually take care of me when I'm in public? Let me explain that to you. There is no sense of entitlement. When you go out of your house, you say a prayer that you come back in one piece. There's a prayer that I always say before I step out. God, as I go out today, let me find favor. Let favor find me. Let me be peaceful out there, because I fight though when I'm out there, and let me come back in one piece. So when I go out, especially in Lagos where I lived for the last 5 years, I was in Ghana twice this year. I was in Sierra Leone. I covered Monrovia for the election just last week. I'm based as a West African reporter in and out different countries. But I want to tell you this, every time I meet Nigerians in public, it's always an Igbo person taking care of me. Let me explain that in detail. Like when I was in Ghana in August, I was in a Chinese store and I just paid for a whole lot of Chinese food for myself. It was 163 cedis. That's a lot of money. Okay, for food. The average Ghanaian can, afford that. I've actually paid for this food though. And one guy walks in, precious shout out to you. He's an Igbo guy, walks in like, are you not Miss Madam Kemi of the journalist? I said, yes, I am. How are you? I travel in and out. I'm working on a West African project. And this young man was like, looked at the cashier and said, what is she buying? What is she buying? Give me the bill. I said, oh, I'm buying some food for dinner. And it's one of those days when you buy a lot of things on the Chinese restaurant and you know that you're the only one eating, so everything else goes into the freezer. So the cashier told him that, oh, she paid 163. And you know, this Nigerian guy, Igbo Precious, told the cashier, give her the cash back. Did she pay cash? Because if it was card, you know, that could be complicated, but give her the cash back. Give me your Momo number. They use Momo in Ghana a lot. And this guy just Momoed them $163. Second example, when I'm in Lagos, honest to God, Aja Market, if I see a female fan, they were like, oh, Dr. Kemi, Mommy Kemi, Dr. Kemi, Auntie Kemi, they'll call you. They're excited to see you because they love your work. And Auntie Kemi, what are you buying here today? There was a place I was buying some giant turkey and tilapia. Let me tell you, those things are not cheap. We're talking about, my bill was going on 20,000. I was actually buying, don't worry, I'm spending a lot of money. I'm buying food for the house. Don't worry, Auntie Kemi. You know, this girl actually went into her phone and she wired 20,000 to the fish and the turkey seller. Thank you. It was an Igbo. ShopRite 2019. I mean, I was just doing my groceries jejely. All right. And there's a woman behind me with a baby. And that baby couldn't be more than 6 months old. I'm already putting the stuff there. They're ringing me out. And I just looked back. I saw a baby. I'm like, oh, you're cute. Is that a baby? So cute. And next thing you know, they get like, Auntie Kemi, how are you? I'm like, oh, you're a fan. It's nice to see you. Well, guess what? The girl just looked at the cashier and said, everything Auntie Kemi is buying, I'm paying. The cashier looked at the security at the door and said, this lady, no receipt. They're paying for her, you know. And it was an Igbo lady. I don't want to say the names of these people, but names already tell me you're Igbo when I hear your name. But let's face it, guys, it's something I noticed and I wanted to share with you. But when I went to Ghana in June on that first assignment, I met a lot of Yorubas. One Yoruba guy met me at Malcolm Supermarket, one of the supermarkets over there in Accra. And there were two of them actually. And they were like, oh my God, Dr. Kemi, oh my God, oh my God. They wanted photos. I do photos. And then they looked at the cashier. I was paying for food. They looked at the cashier and said, this woman, you don't know how big she is. And I'm looking at the cashier. The cashier already knows me from coming there a lot while I was staying there at that time. And the cashier was looking at me and like wanted to say, we know her now. Like, she's really, really big. Oh, Nigeria on social media. I said, thank you. I find that when I meet Yorubas, they're all excited, they help me, but they never pay for my stuff. Sense of entitlement. Remember I said that in the beginning of the video? Basically, I wanted you to see this trend. So, put some violence in it. You know, Yorubas, why don't you pay for my shit when I'm out there? Your fans will, you know, what kind of fans are you? Sense of entitlement. But fellas, it's just something I noticed. So when I see people saying I hate Igbos, I don't hate Igbos. So like 90% of my real friends, I always say I don't have friends, I don't make friends. 90% of my friends are Igbos. And then another thing, I'm very affiliated with Enugu. You know, some people will say I was born in Enugu and brought to Oyo State. I should run for governor of Enugu. I'm affiliated to Enugu. I really actually wasn't born there, but I grew up there as a baby. Towards the baby, the days when you don't know you're even a baby, maybe 3 months to 7 months or something. And I speak Igbo fluently. I can't read or write Igbo, same with Yoruba. But at the end of the day, guys, what I'm trying to explain to you is a trend I noticed. You too have a trend that you've noticed. Ask it. It might be offensive. No, just ask it. This is life. Life is short. So if I write something about Nnamdi Kanu and people don't like, they'll say I hate Igbos. If I write something about Chioma, they'll say I hate Igbos. No. I don't hate anybody. Hate is a strong word. I'm Dr. Kemi Olunloyo, Kemified Africa. Remember, love wins.
Hello, that was Kemi Olunloyo. Some people call her Auntie Kemi, and that is her view. There was a time Christian Chukwu, the former Super Eagles captain, was a lateral coach, was hospitalized, and he needed certain huge amount of money to take care of himself. It was billionaire Otedola who did foot the bill, paid everything, including his traveling to overseas to take care of himself. So philanthropic people can come from anywhere. Yorubas are good if you meet the good ones. Igbos are good if you meet the good ones. These people are bad if you meet the bad ones. The other people are bad if you meet the bad ones. And stop running people down. Stop running people down. You don't know where help can come from. Some of the times you realize those people who are close to you, that you call your people, you don't get help from them. But you find out that people who are very far from you are the ones who give you help. It happens a lot. So, I know a lot of people will be amazed with this my video. That is it. Learn to love. Love every ethnicity. But I want to tell you one thing I don't really like about Nigeria. It's like, should I say, what the elites do? It's like they are marginalizing a particular ethnicity or some of these ethnicities. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Let's do the right things and let others not feel sidelined or marginalized. And you know what that does? It makes them, that sense of belonging disappears. And they want to we don't want this nation. We want to be on our own. And you give them every reason, just like you've given the Igbo people every reason to want out of this country. Let the right things be done. When it's an Igbo man's turn to have it, give it to him. When it's a Yoruba man's turn to have it, give it to him. When it's a Hausa man's turn to have it, give it to him. Don't say because he's this, because he's from this place, oh, they can have it. I leave you with this. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more updates. Bye-bye for now.